Had to do a little business first. This project is made possible with public funds from the Shenango Arts Council's Decentralization Grants Program, a re-grant program of the New York State Council on the Arts, with support from Governor Cuomo and the New York State Legislature. Funding is provided in part by a project grant from the Broome County Arts Council's United Cultural Fund. Welcome to the Forum Theater, and isn't this nice? Oh, I can tell you this is something that we've been waiting a long time for. It's been over a year since I've sung in public, so. This is the Binghamton Theater Organ Society event, Nancy's Pops Pipes Women. My name is Judy Giblin, and you'll see Randy Messing a bit later on. After a long year, it is time for some fun. Nancy arranged more than 40 songs all about girls, women, and sweethearts, and maybe even some shady ladies. Your program contains, oh, you like that? Yeah, I hear you. Your program contains important info about BTOS fall shows, which are rescheduled from 2020. Please save the dates October 3rd and November 21st, and come back for those 2 silent films and terrific organists. BTOS can always use more volunteers in all areas to prepare for and run our events. Contact BTOS through their website listed in the program. There will not be an intermission or door prizes today to assure social distancing. However, you are allowed and welcome to hum, sing, snap, or clap along if so inspired. Let's get started. In the following poem, Woman by Ella Wheeler Wilcox, the poet compares the words woman and lady. Give us that grand word woman once again, and let's have done with lady. One's a term full of fine force, strong, beautiful, and firm, fit for the noblest use of tongue or pen, and one's a word for lackeys. One suggests the mother, wife, and sister. One, the dame whose costly robe, mayhap, gives her the name. One word upon its own strength leans and rests, the other minces tiptoe. Who would be the perfect woman must grow brave of heart and broad of soul to play her troubled part well in life's drama. While each day we see the perfect lady, skilled in what to do and what to say, grace in each tone and act, 'tis taught in schools but needs some native tact, yet narrow in her mind as in her shoe. Give the first place then to the nobler phrase, and leave the lesser word for lesser praise. And now I'd like to introduce Nancy Wildoner. Nancy?
I'm going out tonight, I'm feeling alright, gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice, yeah, I'm gonna scream and shout. Let's go, girls. No inhibitions, make no conditions, get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act politically correct, I only wanna have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and go totally crazy, forget I am woman, hear me roar, the numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend. 'Cause I've heard it all before, and I've been down there on the floor. No one's ever gonna keep me down again. Yes, I am wise, but it's wisdom born of pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gained. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman. You can bend but never shake me, 'cause it only serves to make me more determined to achieve my final goal. And I come back even stronger, not a novice any longer, 'cause you've deepened the conviction in my soul. Yes, I am wise, but it's wisdom born of pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gained. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman. Again, I'll leave it to the professionals, but I wanted to give it a shot. Welcome and thank you for being here at the Forum Theater on Mother's Day. I know there are other things that you could do. Not a ton of other things that you can do yet, but I'm glad that you chose this one. That was a little medley of songs with the word woman in the title, in case you didn't guess. So first was Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain. And then John Lennon's song Woman, followed by Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. And I Am Woman by Helen Reddy. Now, interesting tidbit about Helen Reddy, she was Australian, and she just passed away this past September 2020 at 78 years old. But that song was an anthem for the women's movement in 1972, when I was just starting high school, actually. All right, my next set, and I purposely didn't give you all the titles in the program because I don't want your eyes in the program. I want you to look around and sit back and relax and everything. You know what? Before I get to the next set, let's have a little chat. I want to say it's really great to see half of your faces out there today, the top half. And I'm going to assume there are smiles on the bottom half. And if not, I hope I can put some on there today. You know, the pandemic was quite a thing, wasn't it? It never happened in my lifetime. I hope it doesn't happen again. I felt all week like I was getting married today, actually, and I'll tell you why. Because, first of all, I got engaged to do this program in 2019. I made the commitment to do the program, so that was the engagement period. And then I was getting ready, and then 2020 came along, and that was a breakup. So it didn't happen, and I wondered when it would happen. And then when we found out theaters could open again, oh, we're back on. But in the meantime, between last Mother's Day and this one, all of these songs in the program kept me going because I liked sitting there and playing them. I practiced a lot at my church when people weren't around because some of them are not really religious songs. But they kept me company, and I hope you enjoy them today. And so far, Robert Morton is cooperating, but he's shown a little temperament here and there. Once in a while, you might hear a random cipher go off, and if that happens, we're either going to ignore it or wait till it stops. But we'll worry about that later. This is a living, breathing instrument. It's a blast to play, and I hope that you enjoy. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to everyone, and just say that I'm really pleased my daughter is here to help me. My son is in the Marines. He's deployed right now, but my daughter's here, and she's been a big help. And when I grow up, I want to be just like her. Thanks, Mom. Okay, now, I want to have a little fun with some classical themes. You know, pop music, a lot of people that like organ concerts are kind of afraid of pop music. But I like to find songs with a good melody. My daughter's name is Melody, she's good. But I like to find songs with a nice melody. And if you have that, you can do almost anything on a theater organ. Don't expect it to sound exactly like the recording. And that's part of the fun that I enjoy, is adapting some melodies to the theater organ. So I try and catch things that are memorable, like a bass line or a hook or an interlude, something that is memorable, and put that into the songs. But then sometimes I go off and just accompany in an organ style that is not related to the song. So it's a mixed bag of what happens, and I don't even know sometimes what's going to happen. All right, so this is a nod to Binghamton Philharmonic Orchestra's Beethoven project. Out front, there's a big sign of Beethoven. And I thought when they first said, let's do this project, I thought, well, how can the theater organ play Beethoven? And then I thought of something. It's called a Fifth of Beethoven from the 70s. So I hope he's not decomposing over it. But all right, and then from that, we're going to do Beethoven's Für Elise, which is one of the only piano tunes my brother ever learned, and he'd play it over and over and over and over. So you'll recognize it. And then there's a little piece that was actually from, this melody's from a Mozart concerto, number 21, and it was featured in a movie, theme from Elvira Madigan, it was called, back in the day. So I think you'll recognize the theme. And then I have two versions of Ave Maria. One, the first one is by Gounod with a Bach accompaniment that I kind of stick to, but I kind of modified. And then Judy is going to come out and sing the Schubert Ave Maria, which some of you probably know. So of course, Maria was one of the very first women to have a pop song written about her, Ave Maria. So here's my nod to classical women.
tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus, fructus ventris tui, Iesu.
Thank you, Judy.